Laura, it's Monty, and you know what? I'm here to tell a story about your past 20 years. Sit down and relax. Get ready for this story. It was 1995 when Laura Weatherly moved to DC from North Carolina. She was working at a literary publishing company. In DC, she started working for a government editing company. Government editing is like watching paint dry, so Laura quit, of course. Laura and her best friend from college, Kathy, felt like they had spent enough time climbing the corporate ladder. So what'd they do? They decided to start their own company. They had just planned Kathy's wedding at the Willards, so they thought wedding planning for other people should be a piece of cake, right? Little did they know. In March of 1996, Engaging Affairs was officially incorporated. The first wedding was a park attached to Lorton's prison and earned them a whopping $120. From that time on, it was all uphill for the legacy of Laura and Engaging Affairs.
Seems like it was yesterday, but it was probably 20 years ago that I'm in the studio and the phone rings. And on the other end is this young lady who said she had just moved up from North Carolina and was starting an event planning business.
Laura's been in business for 20 years, and I started at Occasions 20 years ago. We immediately worked together on what I think was her first off-premise wedding at Decatur House. And she was fresh-faced, young. I think both of our parents had to drive us to the event because we were so young at the time. It wasn't a high-budget wedding, but it was one of her first, and it was a success. And it led to a very long and fun relationship over the years.
My first impression of Laura was like, she's just too young and too quiet. I mean, how is she ever going to get anything done? I mean, she talks in this beautiful whisper, you know, that Southern all-girls school thing. And I'm like, you're not going to be able to navigate DC, honey, with that attitude. So when I first met her, I thought she was ladylike. I thought that she was a professional in her dress and manner. She could have kicked it up a notch or two. But she really was just quiet and this soft-spoken girl. And I'm like, whoa, this is going to be interesting. Little did I know. Workhorse, and you know what? That old adage, iron fist, velvet glove.
For a good year, I kept hearing about this woman who was a fairly new planner in town named Laura Weatherly. And she'd written a book, or was in the process of writing a book, and everybody was really excited because it was a murder mystery. And so every day in the office, we had these conversations about Laura and her book.
So a wonderful thing about Laura is she's very talented. And who knew she could spell so correctly? Because I can't, so I appreciate that. But also she writes murder mysteries.
So my favorite part about Laura Weatherly is her secret nemesis, Annabelle Archer. And Laura has written a couple of books which are really fun under the pen name Laura Durham. So I'm looking here at Better or Hearse, but we also know about Better Off Wed. Laura told me when writing these books that her guilty pleasure was she got to have revenge. So I'm going to read a quick review from this, and this kind of sums it up. So, Laura Durham's Better Off Wed is a delightfully witty blend of murder and matrimony. Highly recommended.
If you read about Fernando, he is the hairstylist, and she really makes him to be a very flamboyant character. Imagine that.
I had heard about Laura from some of the books that she had written, some of her Mr. Murder novels. So I decided that I would write Laura an email, and in order to stand out, I would write it like one of her murder mystery books. So I wrote it with kind of a tone to it like it was a murder mystery novel, and saying like, for Better or Hearse, which is the title of one of her books, I will be this type of planner for you, and I will go out of my way, and I just want the opportunity to work with you. And it was funny, I think some people joke that I was a little bit of a stalker for Laura at first, but it worked out well, and she ended up writing me right back. I was shocked and super excited, and she said, meet me at the National Cathedral and then a couple weekends for my first wedding, and I was hooked.
She represents the client, and she also represents the hotel. She walks that fine line, which is just something that we really admire because it helps us build a partnership and a relationship.
You know, one of the great things about Laura is always an advocate for the hotel as much as she is for the client. She's never ever been, you know, more oriented towards the client and less towards the hotel. She's She plays peacemaker.
We value someone who's also easy to work with, and that's who we want to work more with. I feel like that with Laura and her whole team, that she's kind of trained in her same style, because those are the planners that you want to refer. You know, they're going to make life a little easier on your side. They're going to make the bride's life a little bit easier, and everyone's going to be happy at the end of the day.
She'll make everything run smooth. She'll have everything on time, and everything will flow. She just is an expert at what she does.
She's really a pleasure to work with. Everything goes smoothly. You know, you hear about brides from hell, but a really true professional like Laura kind of shelters that from the other vendors that are doing the work at the event. So for me, the hair was always done on time, the makeup was always done on time, my client was where they were supposed to be so that I could do my job. So it was really seamless.
There's no halfways or halfsies with Laura. She's always going to go all the way out for her clients, for her vendors, for her staff, for anybody and everybody who works with her and for her. She's always going to be putting the extra mile to help everyone out and make sure everything goes flawless.
I remember looking at a wedding cake at a wedding, and it was at the American Red Cross, and looking at it and looking at it and looking at her and looking at the cake and going, Laura, I don't think that's the right wedding cake. And she comes over and looks at it. She goes, yeah, it doesn't look like it should. I said, I wonder what it's like inside. And we surreptitiously sort of stick our fingers in the back of the cake to see what the filling was. Sure enough, it wasn't the right cake. And we kind of look at each other and she goes, yeah, we've done 2 weddings for this family. She said, they're pretty laid back, and I bet they won't even know. So that was the one thing that really reminds me of her just remaining calm under pressure, and quite honestly, the client never said a word.
I just remember this bride sitting in our Cafe Promenade restaurant, breathing into a brown paper bag, and Laura going, it's going to be an interesting night, Dom. And I said, yes it is, but we'll get through it. Laura just kept that sense of, you know, Southern charm, that her Southern whimsy, that, you know, just kind of put everyone at ease. And I knew that, okay, Laura's going to take care of it.
There was the orange mother-in-law. Yeah, orange. Yeah, self-tanner in its day. She came down and she was in an orange dress. But the best part was that the bride insisted that she has the last photo of the evening is her leaning against the Rolls Royce and her groom, this romantic photo. So Laura knew that was the pinnacle of the whole day. The bride didn't care about anything else, and we're at Meridian Hill. I mean, you know, top spot. And the bride didn't care about anything else except for this one picture. Problem enters when the bride starts doing body shots. So by the end of the night, Laura literally was holding her up by the back of her dress and tucking down behind her so we could get this photo. But you know what? Nobody was the wiser. The bride looked great. Laura did it with the orange mother-in-law. Orange.
When I think of Laura, I think of someone who is super bright, witty, has that Southern charm and grace, and she's really unflappable.
She's calm under pressure. She's fierce when you cross her. She's loyal. She's a great listener. She's a great boss. She's someone that I've admired and respected for as long as I've known her.
She's like Yoda. You know, you go up to her and it doesn't matter what kind of mood you're in, if you're nervous, if you're excited, if you're agitated, Laura has this way of elevating you like Yoda, and you're just drawn into her magnetism and her force. And she's very calming in the way she talks, and she's very calming in her mannerisms.
Laura's very, very zen, very balanced, very gracious, a true steel magnolia, unflappable, fun, but also knows how to do a job and get the job done right as well.
Calm. I don't even need a sentence or two, just one word is calm. She has the biggest calming effect. She's like aloe or something or in my world, Pinot Noir, and a just like total calming effect on everyone.
You know, she comes across as this really lovely Southern girl, but there's this whole other side to her. And, you know, through the years as we've gotten to know each other, I love finding out that fun, funky, wild side of her.
One thing I've noticed about Laura, and I've noticed it in my business as well, is that we tend to attract people that are like ourselves. And so many of her clients were quality people, really nice people, and I think that's a reflection on who Laura is.
I would definitely say loyal, fun, and overall an elegant woman.
Congratulations, Laura and the Engaging Affairs team on 20 years of amazing events.
Congratulations, Laura. I can't believe it's been 20 years. I'm so excited and proud of you and so glad to be a part of this. I'm so happy to be PAC, and what an honor to be a part of this 20th birthday bash. I'm so excited. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Happy 20th anniversary. I love you.
Thank you so much for everything you've done for me and the rest of the team. I couldn't be more happy to be a part of it. Congratulations.
Laura, congratulations on 2 decades. That's quite an achievement, but we're all really excited to see what the future brings, and I look forward to being there with you as you go through the next 20 years of Engaging Affairs.
Congratulations. I am so happy to be part of the 20th anniversary with Engaging Affairs. I hope for 20 more amazing years and 20 more years of talking to you on the phone every day. Love you.
Laura, congratulations to 20 amazing years. Look forward to working with you, look forward to seeing what the next 20 bring, and just wish you much happiness with your business and your personal life as you continue to grow and continue to be an inspiration to all of us.
Hey Laura, congratulations on 20 years. It's a huge, huge milestone. You should be immensely proud of yourself, but not just for building a business, but for maintaining your integrity, having an amazing family, and just being the wonderful, beautiful person that you are. Congratulations to you. Lots of love from me and the entire Evoke team.
Laura, congratulations on 20 great years in business, and I hope the next 20 years takes you to places you've only dreamed of.
Laura, congratulations. 20 years, what a milestone. You're the best, you're perfect, you're beautiful, and I am just so honored to be your friend. Congratulations.
Laura, it's been a great 20 years working with you. I've enjoyed every event we've done together, every event I've done with your company. I wish you another great 20 years and another 20 years after that and 20 after that, and hope to be by your side that whole time.
Hey beautiful, congratulations for turning 20. It's really amazing to see how far you've brought Engaging Affairs in the past 20 years. I've seen you work really hard through all this time and see you redo and revamp the company many times over with new logos and new image, and it's wonderful to see how you've adapted and always come on top every year in the industry. I love the fact that I've never seen you stressed or run at a wedding. You always have this wonderful calm demeanor when everything is going or some things are going wrong at an event, and that's really admirable, baby. I love you so much. I'm really proud of you, and I really can't wait to see what the next 20 years are going to bring for you. Congratulations, beautiful, for these 20 years of Engaging Affairs. I wish you many, many more, and I'm extremely proud of you, baby. I love you.
Congratulations, Mommy, we love you!
Laura, congratulations. Well done. We love you, we respect you, we make fun of you, but we, Jack and I, are wishing you continued success. Know that you have our full support in everything you do, and I could never thank you for being my friend, also for being supportive in the industry, and for doing my wedding. God love you.